Hello, everybody. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Where is everybody? I know there's going to be a lot of people here tonight because we're giving away. You're the first one. How do I? Oh, there's my mom. And there's Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. There's TT. Hi, does Tom, or not Tom, Scott. He always puts a pin thing. I gotta learn this Facebook stuff. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi, Mother. Are you coming to see me tomorrow? So tonight I'm waiting for a bunch of people to jump on because we are doing a new flower. It's a mum, and I really studied the mum to really see what the petals look like. Now there's a million variations of mums. We all know that. I even was at there's a mum show here in Hamilton, and there's a gazillion mums. So you just pretty much have to study a picture. Now, the picture I studied today or yesterday was a picture of this really pretty mum. It went from almost like red to red-orange. So I'm going to mimic that. Now, I think Tanya, when she sent out the broadcast today, I think she actually attached a picture of the mum I've been studying. It was like orangey red. So I'm going to try and mimic that. So now this mum is, it's quite large, okay? So it's going to be probably about, when it's done, probably about 28 inches in diameter. So it's pretty big. Now, a mum can be anything. You could even do like the sunflower petal and make it a mum. You know, use the fall colors and voila, it's a mum. Okay. Same with the poinsettia. Use red and burgundy with gold balls in the center. It's a mum. It's a poinsettia. But I wanted to do something really totally different that's I've never really seen before, and it really does look like a mum. So what I'm going to use tonight is this. I'm really partial to this. Hold on, let me get it off my mesh holder. I'm really, really partial to this orange red with gold metallic stripe mesh. It's got a tinge. It's almost like a iridescent. Sometimes it looks orange, sometimes it looks red. This is actually my last roll. I am going to order a bunch more in because I really love this color, and it just like screams fall. It really does. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this for, it's going to go towards the outside petals. Now, when we do our fall mum tonight, we are going to work from the outside going into the center, okay? So we will be starting with this color. Now, as I get more towards the center, I'm going to be using reds, okay? So this is my color. It's really hard to tell. I know, guys. Sorry. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. So we're going to do a red gold, and then towards the center is a red. And then the very, very center, I'm going to be using some of this deco tubing. Now, this deco tubing I bought this at, where did I buy it at? Paper Mart. Now, this deco tubing is really thin. It's like, it's called, it's a 4 millimeter with 20-yard red decor mesh tubes. It's quite thin. It's much thinner. I have the like stuff you can get at Dollar Tree. And I'll compare it to the stuff that I bought. So you can see the difference. I don't know. I was kind of partial to this thin stuff. I wanted to see what it would do. So I'm going to do the very, very, very center of our flower with this thin deco tubing. Now, if you have, like Dollar Tree has some great deco tubing as well out right now for fall and Halloween and stuff. So this is the red. You don't get much on it. So if you're going to do a flower, I would grab 2 packs.
Where's the mesh from?
The mesh is from, I think this mesh is from Paper Mart. Now, everywhere I've been ordering everywhere. So I have a ton of stock. It's already in. It's being categorized right now and put into inventory and everything. We have to do everything because we have so much supplies that we got to make sure the inventory stays correct because I don't want to run out. So what happened last time I did a big batch of stuff, you know, stupid me, I would go in and just grab a roll of black off my shelf and it didn't take it out of the inventory. So when we got to the end of the inventory for mesh, and it's like, well, it says we have 1 roll of black left, and it's like, oh man, I didn't take it out of the inventory. So, and then our website was screwing up and everything. So we want to make sure with this batch, because there is so much, that everything is done precisely. So that's what's taking out a little bit longer to get it on the website. Now, keep in mind, we just moved to our warehouse and office, so I haven't had a lot of time for nothing, okay? And Dave has been cutting trees, oh my gosh, 10 hours a day for the past 4 days. We had over 500 orders of tree frames. So I know a lot of people are getting antsy because you really want to make your tree. Just keep in mind, it's when I first brought the tree out, I told everybody that, you know, just Dave is making it, not the other manufacturers. And we didn't really think we were going to get so slammed with all the orders. I knew the tree board was great, but you guys really love it. So we are doing our best, okay? So that's all I can tell you. We're doing our best. Things are going out every day. So just bear with us. And if you can't wait, just message us and I'll totally give you a refund. You know, you know, it's not quite Christmas yet. So you guys have a lot of time. I do know that you're making stuff for craft shows and everything. I get it because I was there and everything. But it will be worth the wait. I promise. You guys, you've seen just one of the trees I've done. I'm working on another style right now. It's half done. I just haven't had time to finish it off. And it's really cute, you guys, and so easy. So just bear with us, please. It's coming. Your orders are coming. If you ordered flower frames and character boards with the tree, that's probably why your orders held up, is because of the tree, not because of the character and the flower boards.
Let's get Dave a cape, it says.
Dave a cape, because he's Super Dave. You know what, guys? He has been working like a dog, seriously. And his machine, we turned our pool house into a workshop, and his machine is out there. And he's got no air conditioning out there, just this little ceiling fan. You know, so he's amazing. We all love Dave. Yay, Dave!
Hey, Dave, listen, you
what?
wanted to pin something. What did you want?
I wanted to pin. I can't remember, but why? Did somebody ask for a pin?
No.
Okay, and tonight too. Okay, you guys ready? Oh, we have 190 people. I am going to give away tonight and probably a couple other times because I want as many people as I can to join the convention. I know it's not, you may not be able to get there and, you know, afford the room and everything, but Scott, who's running the conference, Scott Waterman, most of you guys know him, he has arranged that the convention center is going to do live streaming of the whole convention, everything. So you guys will see everything. So I really want as many people as I can possibly do to get a ticket. It's I think $125 for the whole weekend. You get total live stream. I don't think it's like Big Brother where you'll get after dark and all the partying. And if so, I will definitely be hiding. But you will see all the speakers and moi and teaching, because I'm actually teaching a workshop, a hands-on workshop that everybody's going to be doing. So I'm going to give away a ticket tonight. A ticket to the live stream. Yeah, a ticket for the live streams. Okay. I'll probably do a few of them before the convention, comes. But tonight I'm going to give one away. And what I want you guys to do, now I can't give it away live. So what will happen is after the Facebook Live, tomorrow night, I will come back on live again and we will do the comment picker, okay? And that's the fairest way. So what happens is the more times you comment on my live here and share, you got to share the actual live to your page or wherever. The more shares and comments, the more chances you have to win a ticket. Does that make sense? I hope so. And then tomorrow, I wish you could do it live, but you can't. But tomorrow, I'll go back on live again tomorrow night around 8 o'clock again. I seem to like 8 o'clock for some reason. And we'll do the winner of tonight's ticket. Okay?
Scott sent everyone.
Oh, hi, Scott. I was just going.
I don't see Scott.
Oh, Scott's? Oh, okay.
I said Scott sent everyone.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, okay? So share away, comment, thumbs up, everything. Going to be fabulous. I'm going to try and give away maybe 4 or 5 before the convention. So, and not to mention that, you know, Unique in the Creek is a sponsor of the convention. I'm also a speaker at the convention, and I'm also a vendor. So I'm like in this full force, this convention. I'm just really, really honored. And I even ordered little Canadian trinkets for the swag bags. So I wish I could give everybody Canadian trinkets, but if I have any left over, I'll give them as prizes and send them in the mail. That's a great idea. Eh, hon?
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So I'm done blabbering on. Oh, we're at 200. Woo. So we're going to make this this mum. So like I said, I'm going to be doing red and breaking it out to orange. So for this mum, I am going to, again, face my camera down. I know it's quite different than most people do their lives, their Facebook lives. But because I'm doing more of a teaching and you're not just like watching me make a wreath, I want you guys to learn how to make the wreath. I like to have the camera right onto my hand so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So I do have Dave who reads the comments.
I tried to.
Well, he tries to. You guys, we got a lot of comments going on, right? Especially with the giveaway. But he does read the comments, and I try to scan back afterwards to, you know, see any of the comments and everything. So I apologize if I don't respond back to any comments on the Facebook Live. But if it's something of urgency, just make sure you give me a private message or something, okay? If it's regarding orders or whatever, I'm not going to answer through a Facebook Live. Sorry. It's just I don't have time for that. But if you're really concerned, just give us a private message. And Tanya's on it like a fat kid on a Smartie. She is amazing. I should have said like me on a Smartie. Oh, they think Smarties are little hard candies. Smarties are chocolate covered like M&Ms. But anyways, that's another story. So I'm going to now bring you guys down so you don't have to see my ugly face anymore. And we are going to get making this. Here we go. I'm using my Archon mount, which I am like absolutely in love with, and I'm still not sure how to exactly use it. And I'm going to get myself a new, okay, hold on guys. I'm getting myself a new phone. You guys would laugh at the phone I use now. Like I go into meetings with lawyers and all kinds of people with this cracked up ancient phone and case. It's actually quite comical because I don't know how people even take me seriously with this phone. But, and I really, really want to go buy a new phone. I just haven't had time. So it's just crazy. All right, here we go. Ready? So, of course, we have our Unique in the Creek flower frame board. So this board is what we make all our flowers on: roses, dahlias, gerberas, the daffodil. Everything is made on this board. And it's just made with different patterns. So you guys could, sorry, I'm just fooling around with the camera here again. Now, you guys have probably seen Connie's Connie's poppy. Isn't that amazing? So she came up with that with just looking at a poppy picture and just fooling around with mesh. So there is like so much you guys can do. Like if you love a certain flower, and I haven't done a tutorial on it yet, just stare at the picture and play with mesh. That's what I do. That's how I come up with all these different flower techniques and ideas. Just playing around with petals and, you know, stuff like that. So you guys can do it too. But in the meantime, till you guys get used to this, I will keep doing my best coming up with different variations of flowers. I have a whole list I want to do, which I'll probably get to more in the spring, because in the spring I got a lot of ideas. This head is just going to explode one day. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've pre-done, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of some of it already. Oh, see, you can't really tell the colors, but I've pre-done some of it because this is, I will tell you, this is a time-consuming flower, okay? So really, literally kick back in your chair and put a movie, or maybe even, you know, binge watch something that's come out, and make it while you're actually doing something so you can actually enjoy yourself and relax. So the first thing we're going to do now, I'm going to use, as I'm going, I'm going to tell you different ways. Now, what I've done, okay, first I'm going to, never mind, regard that, rewind. First I'm going to do is cut my mesh. I'm using double petals, and I'll tell you what I mean by that in a second. So because I'm using double petals, I'm actually going to be using probably 1.5 rolls of this orange gold or red gold mesh. And again, I'm cutting my petals 9 inches. So I just got my handy dandy cardboard that's 9 inches long, and I got my scissors. So if you guys don't have electric scissors or whatever, you can use your rotary cutter and use your mat or whatever.
Use your what?
Rotary. Shut up. You don't make fun of my disabilities.
Scott's here somewhere.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Is he?
Yeah, hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. So I just talked about our live convention stream, and I'm doing a giveaway tonight. And I am hoping to give away at least maybe 4, 5, 6 by the convention. So I'm really, really wanting to support this, not only just, you know, being a sponsor and everything else. It's such a great, it's just a great idea. So I want to give my whole support for everything. So anyways, we'll get back to that. So now got my Coors Light, mountains are blue. I'm going to cut my mesh. I'm cutting it in, it's a 10-inch roll, and I'm going to cut it in 9-inch pieces. Then I have my beautiful mesh holder that Stephanie sent me from Pizzazzy Mesh. Pardon me, Pizzazzy Mesh Holders. And I absolutely love it. So I'm going to just keep flipping this over so I have 9-inch pieces. Now, again, you do not need a wood burner. You will not see edges or frays. I think the only flower I do that you see edges is the sunflower.
You have this mesh in your shop.
You know what's funny? It's my favorite mesh, and it's sold out everywhere. So I have an alert for it, to order it when it does come in, but everywhere is sold out of it. So when it is in stock, I will definitely have this in my store. But wait till you guys see some of the stuff I have. Oh my gosh. Now I am, and this is probably a little bias or whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to let my Canadian people have first go, just because it is really, really, really difficult to get any kind of mesh here in Canada. So I have a few that are wreathers here in Canada that order from me constantly, and they have a hard time getting the mesh. So I am going to let them know what I have first. Now I have a lot, so it's not like they're going to hoard it or anything. And when you turn it into Canadian money, it's kind of expensive. So don't think all the Canadians are going to buy everything, because they're not. But I just want to make sure that they have the opportunity to make some pretty stuff too. Because if I could, I would open a real actual store. I could probably make a killing just selling to Canadians.
Tanya has decided to do a tutorial on her poppy.
Tanya? Connie? I don't know. Maybe I know Connie was...
if anybody's curious, they can go over to her page and ask.
Yeah, she has her page posted. I know Connie was having some medical procedure done. So she may not be feeling up to it yet, but she did promise to do a tutorial. So I'm not going to bug her just in case she's still not feeling the greatest, but she's a good peep. She will, when she's ready, she will post it.
404.
What? 404. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Okay, I better speed this up then. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting this roll of mesh. It's a 10-inch roll of mesh, and I'm cutting it in 9-inch pieces. You can do 10, but it's just a waste. 9 inches works just fine. And I'm almost done cutting it.
Oh, the first timers on here. Thank you.
Oh, yay! Of course, now this is one of the harder. Not harder. Okay, I shouldn't say harder, because nothing ever is hard with our Unique in the Creek board. This one is more time consuming than my normal, most of my flowers. So, and that's only because this flower in the end will be quite large, very full, and absolutely stunning, I promise. So if you're going to try and make this flower, you will probably have to go and do a replay and watch the video and make it along with me. And you might have to do it a few times. I don't know. But that's what's the beauty about these, because I am going to load them. I have been loading them, all my tutorials, up onto our YouTube channel. So then you guys don't have to search through Facebook for them. And you can access them anytime. You know how Facebook pushes things down and everything. So if we put them on YouTube, we won't have that problem. Okay, so what I've done, if you're not familiar with our board, you can write your actual pattern right on your board, because everything that's on the front here, you won't see because it'll be covered with mesh. So I always write right on the board what I'm going to do. So what I've done here, now this is only, where did my pencil go? No, it's 10-inch mesh, and I've cut it by 9-inch pieces, okay? And the red is going to be a little bit different, but I'll get to that when we get. So what I've done is the red, the 4 center pieces right here, these 4 sets of holes right there, that's going to be red. Now I've put a line here because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a zip tie and use from here to here, and that's where I'm going to be putting this deco tubing in. So I just put a line across here to remind me that I'm going to be putting deco tubing into here, and these ones are going to be red, and then these ones are going to be red. And so what I'm doing is I'm gradually going from red to the orange red, or the gold red, going outwards.
Okay, for anybody wondering about the boards, I've managed to figure out how to pin the comment at the bottom.
You did? Yay! Good for you.
Is pinned at the bottom there.
Yay! These scissors are, now everybody asked me about my scissors. Now, they are probably, I don't know if they're still sold out. These are like 2 years old. It's still the same blade. They're rechargeable. I charge it maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't even know. These are the best. If you're going to be making a lot of wreaths, especially a lot of unique in the creek wreaths, because a lot of my wreaths I don't you don't see the edges, so I don't care about fraying. So I cut, well, you've seen how fast I cut a whole roll of mesh with these. I bought these on Amazon. I don't even know the brand. I think they're Simplicity. Like I said before, it's really bad marketing for this company because they didn't even put the name of the company or anything on here. I know they're coming pink now, but I just type in Amazon electric scissors. Okay, and I think these were around $60 when I had first bought them. So last time I heard people said they were out of stock. So, but they are like the best thing since sliced bread. I'm telling you, I live and I use it all the time. So if you're going to be using making unique in the creek wreaths, get yourself a pair of electric scissors because you will save yourself a lot of time. All right, so we are going to be making this wreath from the outside in. So this will be the very last that we'll be putting in. So some of the flowers go from inside out, like the rose is made from the inside, starting on the inside and working our way out. This one is working our way to the inside, okay? On the board, you'll see 2 holes that are marked. These are for hanging, so I just use twine, the thicker twine from the dollar store. They do have that thin, really plasticky stuff. I don't like that stuff. This is actual real jute twine. So thanks, everybody.
We'll go over the colors again on the holes.
On the holes.
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'll go over it while I'm doing it. Because I'm going to be showing how to make the petal and then showing how to put it on the board. And then I cheated because I made one semi-done. So we're not here like all night, okay? So what I've done is I put the string through the 2 hanging holes and it's on the back. Now we're using the natural colored side because it's not white. If you were using white or ivory, you would use the white side. Most times you use the natural side. Now, for this mum, the first thing I'm going to be doing is these 8. You'll see the 3 sets. There's 3 sets and 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. I'm going to be using right now. I'm going to be using these outside 8 holes on the set of 3. Okay. Now this is where you can add green here if you want. To make some green leaves. I want this ginormous flower. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to use the orange red. So this will be orange red, and all these ones around here are going to be orange red. Isn't this great where you can write your pattern right on there? And then these ones, this set, this circumference, this is going to be orange red as well. And then I've circled the inside. These are going to be just red, which is great because when you're watching TV and you're not really paying attention, when you come up to this and you see this big circle, you're like, oh, okay, I got to switch colors. So that's why I do that, because I'm a scatterbrain. And like I said, I watch movies and stuff while I wreath, so I don't really pay attention. So the fact that I can write on my board and it'll, like, you know, tell me, okay, got to do a different color is fantastic. Okay.
You gotta comment and share in order to win.
Yeah, I got to comment and share. Okay, another drink. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to move this. Maybe I'll use the white side. I'm going to use the white side so you guys can see how I'm doing the petal. Now, if you watched the Christmas tree tutorial, you'll probably understand the petal I'm making right now a little better, but it's not a hard petal, but it is a petal that does look like a mum. So if you Google a picture of a mum, the mum petal usually goes almost like a sunflower, right? So it goes around like that. So it's rounded, but there's a lot of them. You know, like the sunflower has just like a few petals. Mums have a lot of little petals, but this shape. So this is the first thing I had to figure out is how I'm going to get that shape and how I'm going to get that many petals. So what I'm going to show you is what I've come up with. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your 9-inch piece by 10 that you cut. Now make sure you have your clothespins. Now if you're a first-time watcher of me, I use clothespins for everything. They are like the greatest thing ever. They're almost like a second set of hands. So I always have a bunch of clothespins handy. So what you're going to do is when you cut your mesh, the mesh likes to naturally curl. Now you can use poly burlap, you can use jute burlap, you can use whatever you want for your flowers. I like deco mesh. I'm a deco mesh lover. I love sparkly, and I love the fact that it's pretty cheap. I think this roll was like $2.50 or something. And if you're teaching workshops, you want to keep your costs down. And you know, you're doing this wreath and you want to make money on it, especially like if you're selling it. So you don't want to spend, you know, $10 on a roll of mesh that when you need 3 rolls of mesh or something, because you know you're looking at $30 right there just in mesh. So that's why I like deco mesh. It's cheap, it's easy to work with, and it's sparkly. Like in the sun, it's gorgeous. Okay, so then it naturally curls up. So we're going to have that towards us, and you're going to turn it into a diamond shape. You are going to take the corner, this corner. Oh, I'm going to do it on the white side. There we go. So you're going to take, we have it in a diamond shape. You're going to take the corner.
What happens if all you got is squares?
Huh? Square what?
Square pieces. How do you get diamonds?
Oh, okay. I'm in the middle of teaching.
Sorry.
Must you be silly?
I had to.
Oh, okay. So you're going to take the top of your corner down. Just, you're not going to meet the corner. I like to put it just above the piece here. So you're just bringing it right down to the opposite corner. Now, this is what I mean when you're meeting it, it will all line up. But because I don't have a perfect 10 by 10 piece, and I did that on purpose because you don't really need a 10 by 10 piece, and that's a couple extra pieces of mesh that, you know, that what you use for your flower. I just put it just above, okay? Now I'm going to bring my hands and straighten this out so I can almost see the center. Okay, so my thumb is down at the corner, holding those 2 pieces down, and I'm kind of stretching the mesh up like this. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to fold it over. Now if you watch the Christmas tree, it's almost the same thing. Okay, so you folded it right to the center, and then this piece I'm going to also fold over top. Okay, and this is what you kind of get. That was messed up. Hold on. I'm going to do that again. Now I'll do it a few times too, so you guys can see what I'm doing.
You're at 550 people.
Wow, that's awesome. Holy crap. Thanks, guys. Okay, again, holding my thumb here, stretching it, bringing this over and down the middle. Over, and it's kind of overlapping that piece you just did. And this is what it looks like. Okay, you see there's a, it almost looks like an envelope. What's the matter?
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch this down at the base here, and I'm going to put a clothespin. Okay, and this is why the clothespins are so handy. I'm going to make a few of these. Actually, I'm going to make, I'll make like 4 of them and show them how you put them on. So there's one. I'm going to do it again. So you're just putting it in a diamond shape, bringing this down to meet the other corner, not quite matching the corner, bringing this over. Now it doesn't have to be tight because we want this petal a bit rounded, and you'll see what I mean when I start putting the zip ties on.
This is like deco mesh origami.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's 2, 3. Now the petals for this wreath are all made exactly like I'm doing right now. The only difference is as we get towards the center, the size gets a little bit smaller. So again, folding it over so it's over top of it, each other, like the, and you see this little envelope thing, and then you're going to scrunch it in the middle. So this is kind of what you're making, okay? Okay. So now you're going to take your zip ties. Right now I'm using 8-inch zip ties. They're quite long. I like these 8-inch zip ties because it does give you a lot of space for movement and everything. We're going to need a few of them. Now, the zip ties I do use are 18-pound zip ties. And that means like how strong they are. You do not want the industrial zip ties or anything over, you know, the strength of 18 pounds, because then the heads of the zip tie get a lot larger, and same with the base of it, like this part right here. We don't need that. We're not actually using this to hold heavy objects or actually using it for its use, right? They're cable ties. We're using it just to put the mesh on, and we want the small heads. So the heads of the zip tie will actually fit into the hole of the board. So you'll see it in the end, your back of your board is really nice and neat, and there's no pipe cleaners or anything else all over the place. Now, saying that, you can use pipe cleaners, okay? I'm not saying you need to use zip ties. You can use pipe cleaners. I just find pipe cleaners are just so much easier. When I was designing this board, I designed it for the fact that I didn't want to use pipe cleaners because that whole twisting was actually starting to give me carpal tunnel. Like, I've been wreathing for over 6 years now. And you guys, if you're wreathers, you know that whole twisting, when you're doing hundreds of them and keep twisting, it takes a toll on your wrist. So I liked the zip tie, and it's plastic, so it's durable. It won't rust and all that stuff. So that's why I use zip ties, but I'm not saying you have to use zip ties. There we go. Now I'm using 8 inches long. Now, when we're doing this part, you can use smaller zip ties, 3 or 4 inches if you have them. But for now, I'm just going to use these because this is what I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a zip tie around the bottom of this petal. Okay, just like that. Now, I'm not going to zip it too tight, but I'm not zipping it too loose either that it's going to let go. And the reason I am not doing it really tight is we're going to slide another pipe cleaner into this petal. Okay, I'm going to do this again because then I'm going to show you guys how we're going to put this on. I don't know, but can you go turn the air conditioner on, honey, please? Oh my God. Yes, our air conditioner was fixed.
Hello from Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. I was there.
Lunenburg, we were in Lunenburg. Dave got the sweatshirt to prove it. Our air conditioner was fixed, no longer melting. I had it so cold in here that I had flannel pajamas on last night. It was amazing. And for those of you that have never watched me before, our air conditioner was out kaputs. We had to get a brand new unit. And I was literally melting. Like, oh my God, so bad. So now I keep it cranked so cold that we have to wear flannel pajamas, and Lauren walks around with a hoodie on. And now I'm just keeping it that cold because I'm scared that it's gonna give out again and then go back there again with no air conditioning. Okay, so I did 4, and I'm just gonna show you guys how to put it on. Very simple. And then we'll move on to the next row. All right, so these ones I'm putting on the very outside. So when I'm doing the petal, you remember I was telling you about the envelope and you can see it? We're not using this side. We're going to turn it. I want to use this side. So I want this side showing the flat side, not the folded side. And you want it so it's kind of a little bit rounded at the top there, okay? So we are going to be using these 8 outer holes that I had circled, And to do that, let me see if I can get in here a little bit. Oh, somebody's here. So when I'm doing my zip ties, I always go from the bottom through the hole. And if you make a habit of the flat part that you can feel with your thumb is facing the ceiling, your zip tie will always work properly. Okay. So I'm going to put this from the back, going from the back through the front. My flat part of my zip tie head is facing the ceiling, so I know it's going to zip up properly. And you'll know if it's not proper because you won't hear that zipping noise that a zip tie means or it sounds like. And so when you put it through, you're putting through the tail, through the flat part of the zip tie head, and you'll hear that's what you want to hear. If you do not hear that, that means your zip tie is wrong and it will not lock. This is locked, so it's not going anywhere. It's really hard to do it the other way around, but you can do it. So if you don't hear the zip tie zip, it's either a bad zip tie or you have it in backwards, okay? But once you do it a few times, you pretty much get the hang of it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to, this zip tie that I fed through here, this folded part is going to be the back, right? So this is the front. So I'm going to bring this zip tie and I'm going to bring it through the zip tie that's on the petal. So I'm going up through the bottom and then I'm going over the edge of the board. Okay, and I'm zipping it. So you can hear that. How was the mall, Lolly? Good. Now I'm tightening this one on the petal really tight. Okay, and I'm going to snip it off. You might want to get yourself like a bucket or a garbage pail or something so you don't have these tails all over the place. And you're also going to snip off some of this excess tail on your mesh. Okay, so it's on the board. Now I'm going to zip it nice and tight. So what I usually do is once the zip tie hits the board, I pull it down, and this is where I'm tightening it. I pull it down and it pops right into the hole. Now, you can snip off as you're going, or I usually snip off after each row. So I'll show you what I mean. So that's our first petal. So it's on the board.
Can you, when you get a chance, say the measurements of the deco mesh?
It's 9 inches by, it's a 10-inch or 10-yard roll, 10-inch roll of deco mesh, and I cut it 9 inches. Okay, now I'm going to do this again. I'm putting it coming through the bottom, feeding it through the zip tie that's on the petal. I'm going to tighten that really tight, and I can snip it off. And that's the one that's on the petal. I'm going to fold it down, so we want the flat part, not the folded part facing us, going around, zipping it. Okay, so when it hits the board, the head of the zip tie hits the board. Now don't do it too tight, because if you tighten it really tight, when it hits the board, you'll have a really tough time bringing it down to the hole. So that's why I said when it hits the hole, then start tightening it as you're pulling it to the hole. Okay, does that make sense? Once you do it a few times, you'll know what I'm talking about, because you'll think, oh God, that's just, I can't pull that to get it in the hole because it's too tight. All right, so I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to start this row and show you, because the rest of these 8 are exactly like this. So again, I'm going on the last hole of the 3. The folded part is facing towards the ceiling, so I'm going to feed this through that zip tie, and I'm tightening it. The one that's on the petal, I'm tightening that, and I'm taking and I'm throwing that away. I'm now zipping this.
Sills here.
My sills here? Okay. Once I hit the board, I'm then tightening it and popping it in the hole. Now you can do the 8 and then go around and snip off the tails of the 8. Okay, that's the easy part. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you're going to do for this next set. So once you've done these 8, we're going to work on this next circumference of holes. Now, like I said at the beginning, I want this mum wreath to be very full, and mums have lots of petals. So what I've decided is I decided to double petal at each of these holes. So that's why I'm going to be using a little bit more deco mesh than I normally do. And you'll see why, because it makes such a much nicer, fuller wreath. So again, I'm going to take my mesh. I'm going to fold it exactly the same. So with my thumb and my forefingers, I'm going over, down the middle, and again over top. Now it's slightly over the fold that you just did. Scrunching it, and you're about, I have about 3 inches on my tail here. Okay, now I'm going to just put clothespin on this because I'm going to make another one, and then we're going to put them together. And that's what I mean by a double petal per set of holes. Did you put the air on, honey?
No, it didn't turn on.
Oh.
I go down and put them in.
Okay, again. I find stretching, so just a little bit over, so it's not meeting the corner here. Stretching down the middle makes just a nice uniform petal. Now you might find a different way to do it. This is just how I came up with. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to put another clothespin. Okay. Now these 2 petals are going to be zip tied together. So I usually, putting it in my mouth, I always put the zip ties on my mouth. It's pretty gross, I know. So I'm taking one off, and then I'm going to put the other one beside it and take it off. So I have 2 petals together, and we want them side by side, not over top of each other. And then you're going to wrap a zip tie around it like you did the single one. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So like I said, you don't want it on top of each other. You want them side by side. And you're going to tighten it, but not too tight because we're going to slide another pipe cleaner through. So again, I'll do another 2. Please, honey. Okay. Oh, that looks a little bit catty-wonky. Okay. Clothespin it. See, clothespins are your best friend. These clothespins, I love these ones. These ones I got at Home Depot. They cost a bit more than like normal clothespins. Like you can use the clothespins from the dollar store, no problem. But these ones are like vice grips. They really hold anything in place that I need. Okay. So I got 2 again. I'm going to take a zip tie. Take 1 off. Take 2 off. Now, I have myself a 6-inch piece of cardboard. Now, you've seen me use the 9-inch to cut the mesh. I also have a 6-inch. Now, if you're using a cutting mat, then I don't have my cutting mat with me. Then you can just measure this on the cutting mat. But I don't know why, I just always use pieces of cardboard for everything. It's just less thinking. So I don't even have to look for numbers or anything. I know from this side to this side that this piece of cardboard is 6 inches. So I don't even have to look for numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting up, what I want to do is make sure the petals are 6 inches long. So I'm going to put the zip around Okay, and it's tight, but not too tight that it will let go. Okay, and the petals are beside each other. And what I'm going to do is flatten this down. Now, this is if you're really OCD and you need each petal to be exactly the same size. Now, I'm not OCD. I just kind of whip them in. But for anybody that really wants everything like perfect, which is not a problem, I'm just going to move this zip tie down to the edge of this cardboard here. And the tip of the petals are at the edge. So I know this petal, these two petals are 6 inches long. And I'm going to tighten it a bit. Okay, so we have 2 petals. So what I'm going to do is now tie in these petals. So what I'm going to be doing is all these ones around this circumference. You're going to do it exactly the same way as you did the single one. Now, when I do my flowers or any of my wreaths, I always use the hole. So I go in through the bottom, and I always use the hole that's closest to the center. Okay? And the reason I do this is when we do zip up the zip ties, all the heads of the zip ties are all in the same hole, and it looks nice and neat. So I'm going to put, I always use the closest to the center, so I'm going through the back. I can feel that my flat part of the zip tie is facing the ceiling, so I can feel that with my thumb. And I'm going to do this exactly the same way. I kind of scissor the petals so they stay flat. I'm going to put this zip tie through, feed it through, and I'm going to tighten it once it's fed through, and I'm going to snip off the tail. I don't have my little box I use normally. Now, the end of this zip tie is now going to go through this corresponding hole that's with it. So you're going to bring the zip tie down through its matching hole. And you can flip it over. Once you've done this a few times, you'll get used to it that you don't have to flip your board over. It's just, you can do it automatically. Now, here is what I mean when you don't want to make it really tight, because if you make it tight, it's going to be hard to move it into the hole. So I, as a rule of thumb, I just, as soon as the head hits the board, I then pull and tighten, and it pops into the hole. And that's our first set. Now I can trim off this little piece of mesh, and I'm going to go to the next one. So this is what I mean by it's a little bit time consuming. It's not hard, just time consuming. So you're going to make sure they're flat, they're side by side. You're going to feed it through. Now you can do single petals all the way around. Again, look at a picture of a mum, and you'll see that a mum has tons of skinny little petals. So once I started, when I made one, I was just like, if I doubled the petals, it looked just like a mum with all kinds of little petals. So once you start piling up and overlapping everything, you'll see what I mean. So it's hit the board, I'm pulling it down and popping it in. All day times. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. So I hope you guys don't get in a nasty habit of putting your zip ties in your mouth. I do all the time. It's pretty nasty, but it is what it is. Okay, so. Thanks, honey.
Is it broken?
Why not double the outside petals too?
You can if you want. I only put these outside petals on. It makes it just look bigger. So if you want to double them, by all means, go ahead. I just felt it wasn't necessary. And you'll see in a second the one I've done. I'm going to continue. I just want to make sure you guys can see the petals of what I'm doing. So you're going to take one off. You take the other one off and put it side by side. Make sure they're kind of even. I'm going to zip tie it around. And tighten. I'm going to go through here. Bring it through. And down to the opposite. Well, there's 16 around, so that's 32. And then another 8 is 40. And 48. So 48 of these, this color, of this red gold. But it is going to be a big, full flower. Okay. So that is what you're going to do all the way around this circumference, okay? And then you're going to move to the next circumference, and it's going to be the same. So I'm going to move this board because I do have one that I've started already, and it's going to be my completed one. So as you can see, it starts layering. It's very big, so I can't really get it into the whole screen of the camera here. But I'm going to finish here. So I've done the outside. So you can, like somebody said, why not double the outside petals? You can if you want. It'll just make it more full and a little bit larger. Okay. So I got to make some more petals. So I'm going to finish up this wreath, or this. I am. I'm thirsty. I'm hot. Nope, got a beer. Beer. What am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to make some sets of petals. I do not sell completed wreaths. I show you guys how to make them so you can make your own. But no, I don't do that anymore. I would be here forever. Most of my wreaths that I do make on Facebook Lives, I donate to homes or hospitals because a lot of the hospitals these days do not allow real flowers in the hospitals anymore because of the bacteria in the dirt. So wreaths are so perfect to brighten up a hospital room or a retirement room and stuff like that because yeah, it doesn't carry any bacteria or anything like that. So, and I found that from my friend's mom had cancer, so she was in the cancer ward, and we couldn't bring flowers in, so I made her a big, huge sun hang on her wall. At least something pretty to look at while she wasn't feeling too good. Did you miss the what? I can't hear you.
Sale.
What sale? I don't think we have a sale right now. We do have a giveaway. So if you're just joining us, I am giving away a live stream ticket for the convention. So I think they are $125, and that gets you to see the whole convention, all the speakers, everything. So I know there's a lot of people that can't make it to the convention, obviously. So hopefully you'll be able to win a ticket. Or you can buy them at, you can actually buy tickets too as well at watermansloft.com. And it is actually the convention center that's going to be live streaming it. So it's going to be really cool.
You, is this Are you going to be uploading this to the YouTube channel?
Yes, I am trying to upload. Well, all the Facebook Lives from now on will be uploaded to our YouTube channel because with Facebook, it's really hard to find things because as you add things, you guys know with Facebook, it pushes things down, right? So it's hard to find tutorials. So if we put it on on YouTube, you just go look for the picture. So if you look for the picture of the horse, you'll see that it's the horse tutorial.
How do they get to your YouTube channel?
It's just go on to youtube.com and it's Unique in the Creek. The channel's Unique in the Creek. And if you subscribe, you get notifications when I upload new videos because I will, once I have some time and everything's kind of back to normal again right now. Like we've been moving. We moved into a big warehouse and offices and stuff. And it's just been a really, really chaotic these days. But when I do have some time, I will be actually doing videos just on YouTube. So only my subscribers will be able to know that those videos are on there. So you might want to subscribe.
Somebody from Toronto.
Toronto. Okay. So I'm just making some, it's nice to pre-make some of these sets because especially do this while you're watching TV. So put your cutting mat, so cut all your mesh. This is what I do, people. I cut all my mesh. And I do everything from my recliner. I really don't like this petal. I do everything from my recliner. So I cut all my pieces of mesh and stack them all up and clip them with a clothespin. And then I go and I take my cutting mat or just like a piece of wood or something, even a book will work, and put it on your lap and make all your petals. So make a whole bunch of petals. And then once you've made a whole pile of petals, then grab your board and start putting the petals in. It's just much more time consuming or time saving to do it in stages like that. So usually I make a whole bunch of petals and toss them to the side of me on the couch, and usually ladies underneath all the petals. Okay, how many do I need to finish this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do 4 sets. So as you can see, it's not hard at all. It will take you, well, I did one and it took me about 2 hours, but that was with me rearranging the petals and trying to figure things out. So it should take you a little, well, the first one might take you 2 hours, but after that, it'll be a little, what is that, guacamole? A little bit less time than 2 hours. Like I said, put a movie on, put your feet up, cut your mesh before you put your feet up. That way you can use the table or whatever. If you don't have electric scissors, your cutting mat and your rotary cutter or whatever you use. And then make a whole bunch of petals. It's kind of boring.
Wow.
Yeah, not hard though.
No, it's me.
Wow, to your guacamole. You made guacamole.
Homemade? Yeah.
Did you buy anything at the mall?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you buy?
Undies.
Undies?
Mm-hmm.
All right. When do you go back to school?
The 4th.
The 4th? Oh. Where did this summer go? That's if I have time.
You said that you had time Wednesday, Thursday.
Whatever, Lolly. Okay, so there's, I just made 4 sets of them. And I'm gonna put them in now. So I'm working on finishing this row. So again, going through the back, closest hole to the center, the folded part, is going to be orzo. Put your zip tie through, tighten it. I am going to have mesh on my website. I just have to get it all cataloged in inventory and everything else. So I just trim the tail of the petal off.
Oh, that's so smart. Brenda was. I made my tree petals while I was waiting for the board to let her complete the tree.
There you go.
That's smart.
Yep, pre-make all your petals. Okay. This wreath is huge. I don't know if you guys, it's probably hard to see. I've done it, I'll hang it up, but it is really large. People are angry. Really? Anybody tell me why you're angry? I don't want people angry. I know I'm not really that fast, but I have to explain what I'm doing.
You know, it's like me though. A lot of times if you're moving your thing around, you end up hitting it by accident.
Yeah. So as you can see, when I say that we've taken the guessing out of wreathing, we've pretty much taken the guessing out of wreathing. So you just have to go with the hole. Wherever the holes are is where you place your mesh. So I know on the wire frames, you know, it's kind of hard to figure out where you put what, and you got to anchor it to a bar and stuff like that. With this, you don't have to do any of that, and we're going to have a nice neat back when we're done. I'm so glad I pre-did some of this. I have one more to complete here. So now you can see why we start from the outside going in, because we do have to layer them. And it's easier to layer on top because all the petals will cover all the zip ties as we're layering them down. And it does get, once we get towards the center, it does get quite full. I can't wait. I love putting my wreaths when I'm finished them on the door, and then in the morning, because I get that morning sun on my front door. That's why I like deco mesh. I love the sparkly, because the sun hits it, and boy does the deco mesh sparkle on my front door. Okay, I'm tightening this.
Just so everybody knows that we are having the internet people. We do have problems with internet people.
Why are we? Yes, actually, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. We do. There was an internet problem. So I was on the phone with the internet company on Friday for 3 hours. So we were doing all kinds of tests and had me restarting routers and all that stuff. And they did find out there is some kind of problem with our actual connection coming into the house. Thank God, because I said to her, okay, we bought new modem, we bought a really high definition router and all this stuff. We've done everything we could. So they actually looked into it, and it is a problem coming into the house. So thank goodness, because I thought, oh my gosh, if I have to keep doing lives like this, well, I would just go. We have really, really good internet at our office. So I could just do lives at the office, but I like to do my lives at night.
I only say that because it's getting blurry.
Oh, is it getting blurry again? Yeah. See, it doesn't look blurry on my screen.
No, I know. It's just that.
Okay, you can see that this is totally completed. So when you flip it over, you'll be able to tell if you missed any, which is another nice thing. So if there's no zip tie in this set of holes, you know you've missed a set right there. Okay, so I've cleaned all up. I have all my zip ties done.
This one's got to fit between 2 doors.
Oh yeah, all our wreaths always fit between 2 doors. It's just the diameter of it is large, and that's only because, see, I put these, just this one. Actually, it would probably look nice with 2, but these ones are, the single ones are sticking out a lot further. Now I did put some green in here, and I'll show you guys at the end how to put green.
Stop and talk for a second, see if it's straight out.
Stop and talk.
Yeah, just because it's blurry, if you just put the temp off,
Here, I'll try and autofocus it.
it usually clears up.
All right, so I'm done that circumference. Okay, now I'm going to work on this one. So I know these ones on my board, I wrote, these ones are going to be red, but these ones are still going to be the orange red. Is it still blurry? I wonder if it's, see, I don't know if anybody else does lives. I bought the Logitech webcam, like the expensive one. I have the Archon mount. I have the Snowball microphone. Like I said, I told the internet people, like I have everything. It's premium. So I should not have these internet problems that I do have, but whatever. They are coming. I think it's the 23rd. They're supposed to be coming to fix the internet. So, and I don't know where the problem is. So now I'm moving on to this next set. So there's going to be 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's 7 and 8 I've already done. So I'm going through. Of course, I did this one really tight because I've already put it in. I just wanted to reuse them. So if you do start from the center and work your way back, you have to do what I did, is kind of tuck the ones over top. It is much easier to use. Yeah, you can. You just don't have the center holes. So you would have to do the center a little bit different. Like you could do a ruffle center where you just do the scrunching in the middle. But you still be able to do the petals exactly the same. You can even, if you wanted it even fuller and bigger, you could even do 3 petals per thing. Now that's a lot of mesh and a lot of work, but you can add as many as you want. Yes, there is. The flower boards are $8 and the character boards are $7. The Christmas tree is $10 and the horse is. This is going to be, it looks funny now. Wait till you guys see this when it's finished. It's going to be so pretty. What?
Yeah, I might be getting, I put a fan on the router. So.
Oh.
So, but it's.
Why am I blurry again?
Too blurry. People are leaving us.
Oh, come on. I really hate this internet. Oh. I'm so sorry. So if you're still with me, I don't know. Maybe if I'll move this up or something. I feel very frustrated today. I'm just frustrated with everything. Move out a tiny bit. Maybe that's a good idea. Let me move this up again. I don't know where the autofocus is. I looked. What the heck am I doing here? So I moved it up higher. Is it still blurry even with it higher?
Should I start?
Yeah. I have a stomach ache. I don't feel the greatest. Are we better? As long as I lose connection, because I'm doing the giveaway, and if I do lose connection, I'll lose all the people that.
That's a little bit better.
Sorry, guys. I promise everything will be done. The internet people are coming again. I'm going to go get a new phone. Do anybody that does Facebook lives, do you guys use a phone or do you use a camera?
It all looks good now.
Everything looks good? Okay, it's better. It must have been the internet or something. I don't know. I apologize. But yeah, anybody that does Facebook Lives, can you comment to let us know what you use? Like, do you use your phone? Do you have a webcam like I'm using, or you can read those?
Part of the settings of your phone.
I'm not using a phone or iPad. That's the problem.
My iPhone. Somebody uses their iPhone
Phone. See.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people use their phone.
Yeah. See, I'm going to get a new phone. Although this webcam cost me almost like $150, so you know, it wasn't a cheapy webcam.
Well, if after you get a phone and we get our internet fixed, it still gets blurry.
Then I'm doing them down at the office.
No, we're getting our camper and we're gonna go travel the country.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dave's still on the kick that we're gonna unique in the creek on the road. We're coming to visit all you guys. You know, one day we might just do that. You know, as we get the company settled more, that we're not so involved in stuff, that we can actually, you know, get an RV and travel around America and wreath with everybody. That would be so cool. Uses a what? Oh, that's the it's a different camera. Oh, those are cute. Where'd you get those from? Yeah, I think we might go to Las Vegas in October if we get have a chance.
What does it say?
I don't know. I'm right in the middle of a tutorial. I really need to look at your underwear. Oh.
Oh, look at all the offers of people we can stay with.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Well, if we have an RV, we just need your.
Michelle, I thought you were in Mexico.
Yeah, Michelle, what are you doing? Oh, maybe, is she back? Michelle's coming to us. She's gonna come see us.
Sounds like a road trip. Yep.
That would be fun.
I love that.
And you know what? We could write it off too, because it's no, for real.
For real.
It's technically business.
Come to Florida. Let's see.
Yeah.
Got a room for us.
Yeah, like I said though, we wouldn't need your room. We would just need your driveway. We'd be like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I did this backwards. The zip ties backwards. Almost done this. See, that's why I said this wreath isn't hard. It's just tedious.
So it looks like most people use a phone.
Phone.
There's a couple of laptops.
When I first started, when this phone was actually behaving properly, I have a Note. I think it's a Note 4. That's how bad. Like I need. Aren't they at like the Note 9 now or something?
Yeah.
That's how bad I need a new phone.
Somebody in Parchburg, West Virginia said they'll come and see us. We were at Virginia Beach. Is that near Virginia Beach?
No, I don't think. I think Virginia Beach is. I don't know where. No. So I hope everybody's commenting and sharing. because I am doing a giveaway, giving away the.
It's super clear now.
It's super clear now, so I just raised it, so maybe that was it. I don't know. We are giving away. It will be tomorrow night, but it's going to be from tonight's comments. And I think we had up to almost 600 people watching, but they all ran away because I probably got blurry. Although this is kind of boring because this flower is so easy.
So now we have to do our talking routine.
What talking?
I don't know. Is this tutorial on YouTube? It will be.
And that's why everybody's going to run away now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do give away a live stream ticket. So tomorrow night, I will go live around 8 o'clock, and we'll pick a comment from tonight's live. Oh, wait till I'm done. This is going to be so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Too much tequila needed a break, that's for sure.
Oh, is she home?
I don't know. She didn't say. Probably not if you had too much tequila.
Oh, we need a vacation. What movie were we watching where it was a cruise ship? Something on Netflix. Oh, Like Father or something on Netflix. And it was like on the cruise, Royal Caribbean, Harmony of the Seas?
Yeah, it was Harmony of the Seas.
Oh, we've been on Oasis a couple times. It's like our favorite. Couldn't even watch the movie because it was just making me like so, because I wanted to be on the cruise ship. Okay, I think I'm done. Yep, I'm done all my orange red mesh. So I know it's really hard to see. When I'm done, I will hang it up so you guys can see it because it is quite large. No, I moved it. Oh. Okay, so we're done orange red. I'm going to snip all these off now. Now you guys will see when you get your orders a sticker that says proudly made in Canada. You guys can take that off. That is only for customs purposes. They made us put made in Canada on it. So, okay, so I got all these holes are done. So this is the one, the circumference here.
Just for the few people that keep saying you can't see your face, can you explain why?
I don't, when I'm doing my wreaths, I like to actually teach because you don't really want to see my face anyways. But I want you guys to see exactly what I'm doing because I'm teaching you guys how to make this particular wreath. So I want you guys to see my hands, not my face, to see what I'm doing.
Kathy is going on the Oasis September 30th.
Oh, come on.
You're going to love it.
Oh, has she been before?
I don't know.
It's so nice. Okay, so now I'm done all the orange red. Now I'm going to be doing the red. So for the red, I'm starting to make it smaller. So I did 2 right here. So these ones right here are, what size are they? 6 inches. And then these very center ones, there's going to be 4 of them. They're actually only 4 inches. So we're getting smaller to bigger as we go out.
Somebody wants to know what the final size is. You don't know yet.
The final size for this one is about 26 to 28 inches in diameter. Like I did put a piece of green mesh here, and I'll show you guys how to make leaves if you want to add leaves to it. But adding leaves just makes it even bigger. Now it has nothing to do with fitting between 2 doors, but you'll be able to see actually just how big it is when I do put it on the door. So now I'm on to my red. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds. And I'm going to do exactly the same as I did with these ones, except they're going to be just a little bit, are they going to be 6 inches too? Yeah, they're 6 inches as well.
Oh, they got it built for you. You've never been on the Oasis.
Oh, you will love it.
My favorite. We went on twice. Having pizza. It's great.
Yeah, Dave loves the pizza on the cruise ship.
Great pizza.
We've been on quite a few cruises. That's what we like to do. We're cruisers. Now, you can continue with the same color if you want. Like the whole wreath can be the same color. I just wanted to, I seen a picture of a red to orange mum, and I really, really liked it. So that's why I'm trying to recreate it on a wreath.
There's a lot of cruisers on there.
Oh, is there? Is a lot of cruisers?
Somebody just got back from Alaskan cruise.
Oh, next year maybe Alaska cruise. We usually go on a cruise every February, but this year we're going on a family vacation, like with my brother and my dad and stuff like that. So, and my friends. So no cruise this year. So now I'm going to red. Like I said, you can continue on with the same colors. You can even do, you know, each row, you can do a different color. So I could have did red, maybe then orange, red, and then maybe just orange on the outside. I don't know. I didn't want to make it too busy.
Somebody just agreed here, Wreathing cruise.
Oh, then we can write it off for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to look into that. Well, they have cruise themes for everything else. Why not wreathing? Instead of an RV, we'll just go on a ship. And everybody makes a wreath on the ship. I am. I haven't been feeling well the past couple of days.
All I see is red.
Yeah, you know what?
It looks like that. When you take a picture of it in the morning on the sun.
When I hang it up on the wall, you'll see the difference. So this all right here is all this orange red, and then these petals I'm doing towards the center are actually red.
Crafters cruise would be awesome. Yeah, it would be. Jackie's in on the Reathers cruise. Jackie.
My Jackie?
Yeah.
She's still watching?
Yeah.
God, next thing you know, she's gonna want to make a wreath. This one is, you guys wait, it's gorgeous.
They do have crafters cruises.
They do?
No?
I know they have booze cruises. I've never heard of crafting cruise. All right, a couple more reds. I wish my camera was picking up these colors a little bit better.
You post it and take pictures in the morning sunlight.
Yes, I'll take pictures tonight when it's done, but I'll definitely take pictures. I always take pictures in the morning because I love the sparkly. See, I don't have an overhang on my porch, so when the sun hits it, it hits it like.
Are the red ones the same size?
Yes, I'm doing 6-inch for these red ones, and then the next set of red that I'm going to do in a few minutes, they're going to be 4 inches. So we're going a little bit smaller from the center. This is our
Cruise and crafting cruise sounds awesome.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
We'll do it on the Kid Rock cruise.
I think we would have no problem getting enough people to go on this crafting cruise.
Well, all the husbands would stay home.
I certainly would not.
Well, you wouldn't. You're not normal husband, no. But normal husbands don't want to go crafting.
No, but they want to go cruising.
Maybe. Would they want to go on a crafting cruise, though? I think the Winnebago is a great idea. I'd love to see the States.
Let me tell you about Lori on a cruise. She gets off the ship and goes into a liquor store where they had free samples, and got all tipsy before she even got back to the ship.
I wasn't by myself. Tammy and John were drunk too.
What?
The guy was trying to.
Gets drunk on having samples at a liquor store.
Well, we had a lot of samples.
Yeah.
We had to try everything in the store.
Oh, Titi's husband would.
Oh, really? All right, so I'm gonna make some. Oh, yes, I think I'm getting a little bit sick. I just have been feeling off and out of sorts the past couple days. I don't know. I thought maybe it was because we were so busy. Like we had family fly in from Alberta, and they stayed a bit, and then the move and getting my house organized. I just feel a little bit run down. I don't rest. That's the problem.
Lori never rests.
I try and rest, but it just doesn't happen.
Lori tries to go swimming in the pool and grabs the brush.
Yeah, see, I can't even go swimming and relax. I actually have to, I get in the pool and I'm usually like brushing the sides, or I get Dave to pass me the vacuum and I'll vacuum the pool while I'm in there. I just feel like if I'm sitting doing nothing, it's wasting time.
Yeah, somebody, are you using zip ties? Yes.
Yeah, I'm using zip ties. They're 18-pound zip ties, which means they're just a smaller head, so they'll fit in the hole.
Hey, crochet cruises. I can go on that.
Crochet cruises.
I'm Dave, and I'm a crocheter.
Hi, my name's Dave. I just lost my scissors. Where'd my scissors go? Good Lord. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Promise. I just can't wait till you guys see this finished. Put the zip tie in
They
back.
are on the floor, yes. On the floor.
Why is this? Somebody see them on the floor?
Probably.
Oh my gosh, look at all the zip ties on the floor. I'm so messy.
Sometimes you have to take the time to waste it.
I know, I just don't know how to do that. I'm just one of those people that
You need a spot.
I even said to Dave this weekend, like, we should go out to our trailer and actually not even bring our phones. If I don't have my phone out there, then I can't work. But then I would worry the whole time I'm out there of what's going on.
Lori, are you wearing that all day? I couldn't drink beer with those.
Oh, I only had one. Well, it's not even finished yet. Where the heck did my scissors go? Oh, here they are. They are on the floor. Okay, guys, almost done. Almost done.
Somebody just says, yes, it's zip ties, not pipe cleaners.
No, you can use pipe cleaners. I like zip ties because it's nice and neat. Got one more here. And then we're almost done. Oh, I wish they could see the colors. When I hang it up on the wall, you guys will be able to see it better. Maybe if I turn this on. Oh, that's a little better.
Got the scissors on. Did you get your scissors back?
Yeah, I got my scissors.
She got her scissors back.
Got my scissors.
Scissors been saved.
Scissors. Okay, last one of this.
Oh, wow.
What?
You turn that light on, now you can see the color.
Yeah. I guess I should have. I put all my photography lights and everything are downstairs.
I watched at the very first. You can't hear it anymore.
All right.
Have you tried doing the zip tool ties or
What are?
zip tie tools?
Yeah.
They're more work
Are those
than
is
work.
that the one that actually pulls it or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use that. All right.
Watching
Oh.
you in America's Got Talent.
I should be on America's Got Talent. Look at the talent of this. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over.
Talent. I think he'd go over the audition time. Though.
Yeah, that's true. right. Now I can see I got all my, none of my holes are missing. We're good. Now we're going to work on the inside. Now the inside one, there's 4 of them. And they're just going to be a little bit smaller. I know. I don't know. Time is just, when you're running a business, and this is just the past, little bit, because we've been so busy. Time is just not on our side for anything. Okay, I'll show you what I'm doing in 1 second. So I want these small, because it's going to go.
People saying wish is how to start. This will be up on YouTube.
It will be up on YouTube, and well, you'll be able to watch it on Facebook as well. But I'm going to upload it onto YouTube. That way, once it goes down, because it goes down once people are commenting and stuff more, it goes down the thing, and it's easier to find it on YouTube. Okay, so I want these petals. I want them 4 inches. So on my little 6-inch board thing here, I just made the line here for 4 inches. So I'm going to put the tips of my petal at the edge of the board here, and then I'm going to move my zip tie to the 4-inch line and tighten it a bit. So I've already done this one. So these inside ones, you need 4 sets of these small ones. And I've cut these at, instead of 9 inches, I cut the pieces at 6 inches, because we are really only using the tip, because the petal's only 4 inches. So I'll show you what I mean in a sec. So if I was using like a full 9-inch piece like this, and folded it over, I'm only going to be using this much, so I'm wasting this much deco mesh. So what I found is if I cut it into a 6-inch piece, I hate wasting anything. Remember, I'm the frugal wreather. So it doesn't line up like nicely like the 9-inch does, but you're not wasting mesh. So look, so that was only 6 inches by, so I cut it 6 inches, and it's a 10-inch roll. So I'm not wasting any mesh, and there's still not as much tail that we're going to have to cut off, because I really hate to waste. And I need 4. So where's my little card? So I want to make sure, because these petals, you want to make sure that they're all the same length, because these petals you will see really well. So I want to make sure that they're nice. So I have my 4-inch mark here, putting the end of the petals at the board, and then I'm going to slip a zip tie under here. And voila, tightened it at the 4. So you can use your cutting mat. Like I said, I just mark things on the cardboard, that way I don't have to think. So we're definitely going to cut a lot of this tail off. Okay. All right, I'm bringing this back up. And now these 4 pieces, if I flip it over, are going to go, I've already put one in there. These ones are going to go into these 3 holes right there. So again, still going in the closest to the center through the back here. Make sure your zip tie head is facing towards the ceiling. And again, you're going to zip it in exactly we did everything else. So the folds are going to be on the underside. Tighten. cut the tail off of this. And you're going to go through the corresponding hole right there.
You post written instructions for us, or we're supposed to give them those? No, it's just all
Well, you can
videos.
see, they're on the videos, but you can start and stop the videos as you're going along. So if you do want to make the wreath, you know, you can make it along with me and, you know, pause it. Because I know I sped it up because I had pre-done stuff. But, you know, once you're done this circumference, press play and continue on the wreath with me. So you really don't need written instructions. And once you've done it once, our wreaths are so easy to make that once you've done it once or maybe twice, then you really don't have to watch the video anymore because you'll know how to do it. Especially if you're doing this many petals, by the time you get to the center, you're a professional at this petals. Trust me. Okay, one more. Got one more here. And then we're going to put in our deco tubing and we'll be done. Now, like I said, you don't have to use two colors. I just thought this would look really pretty, going from red to red-orange. And it was just a picture, an inspiration picture I seen. So if you go and search like mums, find a color scheme that you really like and just follow it. Because obviously it'll look more real if you actually follow a real flower picture. All right, so I'm going to cut these off. Okay, so all the holes are filled. So I know I'm not missing any petals.
Regular board. No, it's with the regular board. The flower board.
This is the flower board. Okay. So I'm going to move this around. Now what I'm going to do, this is the more difficult part. I'm going to put red. I'm using this red deco mesh that I bought at, I think I bought it at Paper Mart. Deco tubing. It's quite thin. It's only 4 millimeters. I really liked it. I don't know why. It's just so fine and dainty. I thought it would look more elegant. But you can use the normal deco tubing. So this deco tubing is actually from the Dollar Tree. So you can see the difference in sizing. Let's see. So you guys can see that. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. So this is the Dollar Tree, and this is that mesh that I got. So I wanted to try it out. So what I did is I cut 4 strands that are 120 inches long. Now you wouldn't need that much deco tubing if you're using the thicker stuff like from the Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do is I got this big long piece. I'm going to move this out of the way so you guys can see. I got this big long piece. Like I said, it's 120 inches long. What I'm going to do is take my 6-inch piece of board. Okay, and I'm going to wrap this around. So it should go around about 10 times. Make sure there's no kinks in it as you're wrapping. Now you don't want to tighten it because you know deco tubing is really stretchy. So I want to make sure I have that it's not stretched out. Okay. So I'm going to slide this off now. And I'm going to fold it in half and find the middle. So that's about the middle right there. I'm going to take one of my clothespins and slide it So it's holding all my deco tubing. There we go. Okay, so there's one. So I'm going to do 4 of these. Like I said, you won't have to have it this long if you're using the Dollar Tree stuff because it's thicker. So you just have to figure it out. I would say maybe 6. If you're going to do 6-inch, just wrap it around like 6 times the big thicker stuff. Okay, there's 2. This thin stuff, I did buy a whole bunch, so it will be on our website. I bought all different colors. I really liked it. I've never seen the small, thinner stuff. I've only seen the size of the Dollar Tree one, but I really like this little tiny stuff. It's a little more dainty and elegant, I think. Let's slip this off. My handy dandy clothespins. Gotta love the clothespins.
That would look really cool.
Which, in what?
2 purple colors.
Oh yeah, from light purple to dark purple or dark purple to light purple. There's all kinds, like burgundy, all the fall colors. Like I said, if you're gonna make a mum like this, Google pictures of mums and just mimic the colors, because if you mimic the color of the mum, it will look real. Like the one I really caught my eye was red to like a reddy orange color. All right, so there we go. So I have my 4 sets here. Let me move out some of this garbage out of the way. Almost done. Frugal Mac Messy, that is me. Hand in hand. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these to the side, my little clumps here. So like I said, I wrote it on my thing here. We're going to be using, so you can see, I'm just going to bring it down a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here, I'm going to go from here to here. So I'm going to have to move these heads of the zip ties out of the holes here. So I can use these, I call them share holes. But if the head is in there, you won't be able to get a zip tie through. So I'm going to put a zip tie from here to here, then from here to here, then from here to here, then from here to here. So in a square. So I'm going to go through the back. I'll have to move some of this mesh out of the way. Okay, there it is. There's my zip tie.
Did you also do it in diamond?
No. Then I'm going over to this side. So you have to dig through here, and you can actually do the zip tie up. So you don't want to do it tight. We're just going to do it so you can hear the zip a couple times. Okay. It's just easier to see like that. All right, so I got from here to here. Now I'm going to go from here to here. So from here to this one. And then I'm just doing a little zip. And then I'm going to go from here to here. So like a, oh, sorry, my camera hit. Sorry. I guess I should look up once in a while.
You can see you in the mirror. That's all you can see.
Oh, sorry. I hope not. I undid my bra. It means my boobs are hanging to the floor.
There you go.
What?
Now we're back. We're back.
Why was I missing?
No, you were in the mirror.
Oh. Stuck in a mirror. Whoa. I think that's Justin Timberlake. I think this is the hardest part of the wreath, is trying to get these stupid zip ties. But you can tell from the back. Again, I did it. I hit the camera again. It's because I'm standing up now.
You were watching in the mirror. Yeah, I saw you in the
Yeah.
mirror. See you in the mirror again. Clark.
What?
You're in the mirror.
I'm not in the mirror. I had moved it again.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I'm standing up, I keep hitting the camera. Don't yell at me.
Right? Yelling.
Yeah.
Somebody loves your laugh.
It's contagious, I'm told. Okay. Last one. So you can see all my zip ties are looped here. Again, I hit it. So you know what's hitting it? The petal of the flower.
Yes.
It's because I'm standing up.
Don't your hands get really sore, Lori?
No, not really.
See, you're making people
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you dizzy.
But back to the mirror.
I'm not back to the mirror.
You were.
All right. So I got all
Too
these.
many Coors. Yeah, you got.
No, I had one.
Too many Coors.
I had one. All right. So I got 4.
Quite nice. You love birds.
I have 4. I should have probably cut these ends a little bit better. They're kind of. Anyways, I have 4 zip ties somewhere. Okay. I'm not drunk.
Maybe you should have to.
Maybe that's what I need is another.
I love these guys. They're great. It's fun reading the comments.
I know. I like to go when I finish my lives. When I go lay in bed, I read all the comments. All right. So now I'm going to stick my loops in that I made. Y'all.
Have one for me, Lori. You don't cover the back. No, we don't. She doesn't cover.
I don't know. We don't need to cover the back. So I'm going to feed this. Don't let go because it'll spring away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this clump through from one end. Make sure all the loops are in there. All right.
A.
A.
Say A. Take a drink, everybody.
All right. So I'm doing halfway. So my zip tie is halfway between my clump here. So don't let it go yet. Because if you let it go, it's like a spring. It'll fling around. You're going to grab the zip tie from the back, pull it down so you know it's toward hitting, and then zip it up tight. Now I'm not going to move it yet because I want the other ones in.
Some of that 18-pound zip ties at Lowe's.
18-pound though? I've seen that. All right, now I'm going to do this one again. I have a big, why does it look like there's a big space here?
Can't see again. Put the camera back again before it's going blurry again.
Oh, is it? Okay, hold on. See it there? We're almost done.
Just put the camera back up.
I did put it up.
I know, but I'm still watching the blurry part.
Oh, this is tiring. So I fed it through the zip tie and just trying to make sure they are like
All still blurry.
even.
It always comes at the darndest times.
The darndest?
Well, you're trying to show people how to do this, and now it's blurry.
It's really hard to show that to do this because they're
Blurry, you cannot see blurry. Still blurry.
okay, hold on.
Now you know what it's like to lure you guys.
What's that supposed to mean? Let me see if I can.
Or if I get upset,
I'm sorry.
blurry, or I'm drunk.
We're almost done.
Yeah, but they want to see
what I'm doing is the cluster that I made with the deco tubing. I'm just feeding it through those 4 zip ties I put in the center that made that square. Feeding it through. Is it still blurry?
Yeah, it's still blurry. Just stop for a second.
Okay, hold on. I'll try and autofocus it.
Yeah. She's perfectly clear. You're just all drunk.
Yeah. Here I am.
There. Yeah, that's it. Bring it up higher. It works.
Did it work? Okay. I have one more set to put in. I should have made these. When you get to the center, try and cut your tails as close to your zip tie as you can. Just.
Yeah, that's better. Better.
Better?
It's better on Jackie.
Who, my Jackie? She's still watching?
She's still watching.
Oh my God. That's unheard of. That means Jay's watching too then probably, unless he's, no, unless he's traveling. We're almost done. So I'm just doing halfway. Before you let go, pull it down so it's at the, now I'm going to trim. Now I'm going to move petals around so we don't see the boards. Tuck stuff in. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Now you can continue on.
Did you put those 4 zip ties in the beginning?
You could if you want, but you could try it out. I never tried. Let me know how it works. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Wow. Look at that. I wish you guys can. Okay, I'm going to hang it up so you guys can see it. Do I have a hanger here, honey?
I don't know.
So if you wanted, you could continue on making these little petals and make a bunch of clumps and have them coming out of the center too. So almost like a, I don't know, like a pod thing. But I really like this. This is so, I really love this thin deco tubing. It is so pretty. Oh, if you want to add some green leaves. Okay, what I did is I went through this hole right here, a shared hole, and I just did a green leaf, and I'll show you how I did it. So now I'm going to pull these and cut these tails off. Where's my scissors? God, I made a huge mess. What else is new? So I'll have to figure out these zip ties. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to show you how I made the green leaves. You'll have to.
I still like the idea of crafter screws.
So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of pulling the tips of the petals, so they're all I'm making sure that they're all out and where they're supposed to be. Now I think I would have added more, maybe 3 petals. So these 4 that we did here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I only did 2 4-inch petals. I think if you did 3 4-inch petals, it would look even better, like much more fuller in the center. And then have your deco tubing. But, all right. And then if you want to do green leaves, I have some green here.
You know how many people want to go on a crafter screw?
It would be great for us, though, because we could write it off. That would be awesome. I don't know if the accountant would So I'm cutting these at 9 inches, these green, and then I just fold it into a diamond. And for these green petals, I'm just scrunching it up from corner to corner. And then you flip it up towards, and then you have I put the clothespin. So you guys are all going to run out and buy clothespins. I know the ones that watch me all the time, they all use clothespins now. I tried fabric mesh. I made a rose with the fabric mesh. It was really nice. The only thing I found after time, it kind of flopped. Like it didn't keep its shape nicely like deco mesh and poly burlap does. So that was the only thing. It was like nice, rich color you got, but it started flopping over time. So I'm going to add just a few green leaves. So I put one set in here. I'm going to put another one. So what I've done is just move this hole or this head out of the way and put in another zip tie.
Clothespins and electric scissors.
Clothespins and electric scissors, what I'm known for. Then I'm going to just put the middle part in between the board and the zip tie. Fasten up your zip tie. Till you hit the board, and then pull down. And then you add some green leaves, and then you can snip this. I think this. I usually have needle nose pliers to help me here. So cut that tail off so it's not scratchy. So usually I have some needle nose pliers I use to pull these little head things, because once they're tight, it's hard to pull them. I'm going to do one more green leaf. I'm not going to do green leaves all over it. Okay, got another zip tie. So I'm just going through this third. So that's that set of 3. What's that, hon?
What is the best mesh to use?
The best mesh? I don't really have a favorite. The only one I don't like is Taiwan mesh. It's thin.
You're also known for your Coors Light.
Yeah. Oh, my Coors Light. Am I actually known for Coors Light? Maybe I should write the company and they'll send me free beers to do on my Facebook Lives. Oh my God, I wish you guys could see this like in person. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to hang it up right now on my wall right behind me, and then I'll show the camera.
Shine that other light on.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, guys.
Lori's the reason there's no electric scissors on Amazon.
Yeah, it's true. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Better than my first one that turned out. Let me pull my green leaves out. Sorry guys, hold on. Bear with me here. I'm making it beautified. Prettified.
Prettified?
Prettified. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. Look at this, honey.
All I see is a table right now.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm prettifying the wreath.
I see your scissors. I see a pencil. I see scissors.
Okay, you guys ready? Let me see if I can shine the light on it. Oh my gosh. You guys really, oh my God. Now I have to remove some of the petals around. Hold on.
We're waiting.
I know, I'm trying to straighten all the petals.
Everybody's waiting.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
The reveal. Ready?
Okay.
Drum roll, babe.
That's the Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. Look how pretty this is. Can you guys see?
Not yet.
It is beautiful. I really, really like it. I don't get really excited about wreaths anymore, but this one I really like.
Picture of it.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it when I see the petals. So what I mean, I'm going to go around and I'm just going to pull to make sure all the petals are where they're supposed to be. And like I said, if it's not even full enough still for you, you can add more. I used 1.5 rolls of the orange gold red, or whatever the color this is, and I used half a roll of just normal red, and then I used I can't remember how many inches of this deco tubing, and then so I used piece of green mesh. Okay, let's see, get closer.
Good job, Ben.
Oop. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it?
It's hard to see the middle. I think you'll see the middle better in the sun.
Well, in the sun you'll be able to see because the red all blends in. And I have to straighten all the petals and everything. And of course I do all that before I take pictures and stuff like that. But
I like back and forth slowly because it makes the colors kind of.
like that?
Yeah, just when you move the light kind of back and forth,
Oh.
it makes the colors.
Anyways, I will post a picture after I'm finished.
Hopefully,
Woo! There I am. Woo!
hopefully we'll get sun tomorrow.
Making you guys dizzy again. Oh, now I'm upside down.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Okay. My beautiful mom. Oh my gosh, I really love it. So, like I said, it's a bit time consuming, but it's what?
I'm just,
Oh, the time delay?
yeah.
Oh, everybody loves it. I'm glad you guys love it. To play around with different colors. I really like the two colors together. The camera's not picking up the.
Do you need the mic? Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know. It's not really picking up the colors like I'd like it, but when I do a still photo, it will. And like I said, you can add more petals if you want it even fuller. But like I said, I used 1.5 rolls of this red gold. I used half a roll of just red, and I think I used about half a package of this thin 4mm deco tubing, and then 3 pieces of green.
Give that woman a beer.
I'm just not feeling good. I think I'm just not feeling good. Anyways, is there any questions? I hope you guys liked this. I know, like I said, it's time consuming, but look how pretty. That's why put a movie on, make all your petals while you're watching TV, and just zip them all in as you're going.
What you should do, we should do fun with flags.
Fun with flags.
Fun with flags.
Please, we're not Sheldon in
No, you do fun with flags, and we have a flag from each province or state,
Oh, okay.
and then
Whatever.
do the flower from that province or state.
Okay. Anyways, so
Okay.
tomorrow night,
I'm nothing.
tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, I'm going to do a Facebook Live, and it's going to be to give away the ticket for the live stream. So if you've commented and shared, you will be qualified from tonight's live, okay? So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8. And actually tomorrow at 8 too. If you have any questions for me, I think I'll just do a little quick question and answer. What?
Your husband sounds like someone from the Goldbergs.
I know. Oh my God, we love the go. Dave is Murray, for sure. And the kids call me Beverly. I used to have like the feathered hair like Beverly, and every time we watch it, there's like one of the shirts that she wears. I knew I owned one. But anyways, tomorrow, like I said, we'll do the live. And if you have any questions for me, or you want to talk about like getting into workshops or anything you want, I'll answer a few questions tomorrow night, and we'll do the giveaway.
Just remind people one more time about where they can see this video on
Okay,
YouTube
so
channel.
the video will stay up on Facebook, but I'm also going to upload it onto our YouTube channel, which is Unique in the Creek, and I will put it on our website as well. So you can view it on Facebook, YouTube, or the website, okay? And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I think it's stunning. Oops. It actually matches the decor in my house. So that is our new mum flower. Very pretty. So have a look at the picture of a mum and then have a look at this wreath and you'll see that it's very similar.
Do we have to be here to know?
No, you don't. I'll post whoever wins on the Facebook page. But I got to go now before my voice gives out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And thank you so much for spending your Tuesday night with me again. And that's it. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can message us or email us. And we'll get back to you, either myself or Tanya. Anyways, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Unique in the Creek, the new mom. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye. How do you end this stupid thing? There we go. Bye, guys.